subscribers, YouTube viewers, and my Twitter followers. I've decided to do a little video come along. I saw this YouTube video on YouTube. 5 legal traps full-time RVers need to know, with Steve from Ethos Law, weed and guns and trespassing and so forth from Creatively RVs channel. We're not still in a video, we're just going to be making some comments. I am a full-time RVer. I've been around, but for the last 8 years I've been staying full-time at this RV park in West Texas in San Angelo. But I still know the ins and outs by just going around with my travel trailer before I decided to go full-time RV parking at this RV park here. So let's hear what they got to say, and I will add to it and tell you my experiences when I was pulling my trailer around to cities, and I was leaving. Actually, I left Dallas, Texas to go to Vegas. So we went through Texas, we went through New Mexico, we went through Arizona, and then we hit Nevada. And that's a heck of a trip. That was a fun trip. Had a little excitement in between, but not too bad. We made it in Vegas in one piece. But when I did my move to Vegas, it wasn't the smartest time to do it. Is when the economy crashed and the job market crashed. That was probably about 10 years ago now. With this COVID bullshit or the China virus bullshit, I feel like I'm in full circle. When I was in Vegas, I was in a travel trailer, and with this virus going on, Chinese virus going on, and as it keeps on going on, and people are now starting to maybe lose their homes because they can't pay the rent because they haven't been working, and the government's not throwing another little helping hand check. $1,200 was nice, but I ain't gonna carry a lot of people. $1,200 might cover a house payment or a car payment, but that's only for 1 month. So here we go. Let's listen to the 5 legal traps full-time RVers need to know. Yeah, unfortunately, if you're probably not paying your rent, you probably won't be able to get you an RV. If you do get one, it'll probably be a real old, beat-up one, and that would kind of suck. But it beats staying underneath the freaking highway bridge or something, or digging a foxhole. Alright, let's go on with the video here. Let's get that stupid YouTube out.
I have some questions for you that my viewers want to know all the time about living full-time in an RV. So this is going to be a quick one. But let's talk about overnight parking at like the Walmart or Cabela's or something like that. If Walmart has private property for their parking lot, why is it that local ordinances can prevent people from parking there?
Well, here's the thing. The local ordinances are the law, and I'm not saying they're right, but a local municipality has the ability to say, we are going to forbid overnight parking or things of that nature, and their argument would be, if this parking lot turns into a campground, it would be a different use than what that property is zoned for. So I suspect in most states, the municipalities are allowed to do that. It's just a question of, whether it's going to be enforced or not,
Gotcha.
Alright, yeah, that's important. Walmart is a great place. They used to be. They're cracking down on RV and staying overnight in a lot of places, especially in Vegas. If you plan to move to Vegas, thinking, Vegas, we'll just press our luck. We'll go do some gambling. Maybe we'll make $1 million gambling. Vegas is probably the shittiest town you want to move to. It's they want to steal your money. Go to the DMV in Vegas. It sucks like hell. Trying to get your license plates in Vegas. Oh, it's crazy. Long ass waits and fucking ape shit. And if you do it in Vegas, if you do get your license plates renewed in Vegas, I'll give you a tip. When you go to the DMV, you need to bring your damn tags. Take your plates off your car when you walk into the DMV, because they want your old plates. If you don't do that, you've been sitting in the fucking building for 3 or 4 hours, maybe 6 hours, waiting for your number to come up. At least they give you a place to sit, but most of the time you'll be outside. The lines are fucking humongous. It is a fucking zoo. And you finally get inside, it's AC. Finally, you're in the AC. Then you're able to take a number and just sit there for your number to come up. And if you don't have your plates with you, you're screwed. You ain't gonna get your tags. So, okay. Alright, well, there's this super Walmart off of Boulder Highway. They will not let you overnight in Vegas at a Walmart. It's due to the city's code. Plus, you have Arizona Charlie's, you got all sorts of different RV parks off of Boulder. So they really push the city saying, hey, we want these people's money, and they do. They don't want anybody staying for free in Vegas. So don't think you buy an RV, you go to Vegas and live in an RV for free. You're going to have to stay at RV park somewhere. The good news about the RV parks, though, they have some very nice ones. There's Boulder's. Let's see. Arizona Charlie's very nice, but it's expensive. It's about 10 years ago. It was like $600 a month to stay there. I don't know if this tax is right or not, but when you're a first time pulling into an RV park in Vegas, they charge a $1,200 tax if you're going to stay monthly, which you pay one time for 6 months. They won't let you stay any longer than 6 months. At least Arizona Charlie's didn't let you stay at their RV park for more than 6 months. After your 6 months, you had to pull out for a day and then come back, and then you could stay for another 6 months, but you got to pay another $1,200 tax on top of your $600 rent for that month, and then after that it's $600 until your 6 months is up. So yeah, off of Boulder, there is a Walmart right in between a couple of RV parks across the street, and they won't let you, even if you pull into the Walmart with your travel trailer. There'll be a security guard tagging your vehicle saying, if we see this vehicle overnight, it's going to get towed, and they will. They'll tow it out. Okay. Yeah, most cities, though, the cops will knock on your door and say, oh, you can't be overnighting here. If you're inside the city, you might have to go outside of a city, stay at a truck stop, a rest area maybe. But yeah, hopefully if you're in a bad situation where you lost your job and you want to kind of live cheap, truck stops and rest areas would probably be your only place to be able to stay overnight, but still probably not the safest places to stay. There's a lot of restrictions. Maybe you might have a friend or something that lives in the city, and you might try to call them saying, hey, can we pull our travel trailer into your driveway and stay at your place until we get a job or something, then we can move on. Your friend, your friend, they're friends with you, and they want to help, but some cities don't let RVs in their driveways, which to me is real crazy. I'd be pissed if I owned a house and I couldn't park my RV in my driveway or side of the house or in the backyard or something. I can understand it maybe in the front driveway. Some RVs and travel trailers kind of look a little dumpy, and you don't want to make your home value drop because you look like you live in a ghetto. But I figure if you have a tall enough backyard fence, you should be able to have a travel trailer in the backyard, because travel trailers do make a great second living quarters for out-of-town guests that might pop in, or family members that might have a fight and need a place to stay for a day or something. They can live in your little travel trailer pretty comfortable, and it's self-contained, and they're not going to come harass you too bad, because they can stay at the travel trailer and be happy until you get tired of them. Say, oh shit, we need to tell them to go. We don't need to have full-time visitors. Okay, let's see what their second thing is here.
Okay, and similar question. A lot of people that have RVs or schoolies or something like that dream about maybe getting a little piece of land somewhere, maybe buying 4 acres, 20 acres, and just parking their rig on it part of the year or full time. And then they find out that the local ordinances don't allow them to do that. Even if you have a 100-acre property in some places, you can't put an RV that you bought on property that you bought. Why is that in some places?
Well, again, the local municipalities, whether it's an actual town or village or township or whatever, has the right to regulate, what we consider a domicile, a building that you live in. And most areas actually have building codes and zoning ordinances that say if you're going to be living in this building, it's got to have the following things. They have to have things about, bathrooms, running water, and also square footage. And quite often, I suspect that many trailers don't hit those requirements. And so they're going to say that letting you live in an RV, doesn't matter how big your piece of property is, letting you live in your RV on your piece of property would be in violation of the zoning ordinance that says your house must be a certain size or whatever. And again, whether it's right or wrong, it's the law. So, you want to just do the research in advance and find out if that law exists someplace. Because, some people obviously have this idea and they find the ideal piece of property and it looks great, but you can't see the building codes unless you do the research. So you got to find out what the building codes say, whether you're allowed to do that. And if you are, great. If you're not, then the property is not as attractive as it should be.
Right.
Yeah, with that, a lot of full-time RVers dream. They might end up staying at RV park for, years, or even 2 or 3 years. Meanwhile, they'll finally get a good job and start making some money and be able to save some money here to buy an acre of land somewhere, and move their rig finally to that land and live on that land, hopefully, like this guy was talking about. It doesn't work too good in cities. If you want to buy some vacant lot land in a city, Most cities do not want RVs popping up unless you go to the neighborhood and if you bought a whole bunch of land, maybe 32 acres in some kind of city, you'd have to probably get rezoned for an RV park. Get a zone for RV park and turn it into an RV park. Oh, what the hell? That would be a pretty good thing. So, but for residential, if you bought a bunch of land that's residential inside the city, most likely you wouldn't be able to put your RV on that. Homeowner associations, if you buy land that has a homeowner association, you're pretty fucked. Those people don't like RVs. They don't like you having a boat. And some homeowner associations don't even like you having a pickup truck in your driveway. You're like, God damn, I spent fucking more money for this truck than the house is worth. And you're telling me I can't park this damn truck in my driveway. Fuck you. But that's what you get for letting a homeowner association in, or buying a piece of property that has a douchebag homeowner association in it. You, like the gentleman said, you already have state, you actually have city, and you have county codes, you have city codes, county codes, all depends where you're at. What you can, what you can't do on your fucking property. And then you buy this property that has a homeowner association tied into the fucker. You're totally stupid. To me, these guys are this little whiny little douchebags that want to tell you what you can't do on your land, on top of what your state or actually your city or your county codes already tell you what you can, what you can't do. And it's total bullshit. I hate fucking homeowner associations. They do nothing, plus you're paying fucking these douchebags money to tell you what you can, what you can't do. You already pay your fucking city taxes that tell you what you can, what you can't do in that city with your house by the codes. So, total, get me on a fucking rage about homeowner associations. So, the safe bet to do is if you're gonna buy some land, you buy out in the county. But that doesn't guarantee you getting into a fucking homeowner association deal. Out here in Texas, these homeowner association people are like ticks on a fucking deer's ass. They're everywhere. So you really have to look at the property and really make sure there's no homeowner association tied into it. Even the lake houses out here in San Angelo at Lake Nasworthy, they have a Lake Nasworthy homeowner association, and you already pay major fucking taxes out of your ass for your house to the city, and then these fucking douchebag homeowner associations want to tell you what you can't do on your land, plus you have the fucking city codes and ordinances that tell you what you can and what you can't do on your land. So somebody needs to go, and I know it ain't gonna be the city, but oh well, what can you do? Let's see what else they're gonna talk about here.
It's the kind of thing that people with tiny houses run into.
Yes,
They have
absolutely.
problem with that.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, most people don't stop to think about it, because if you grew up in America, you probably grew up in a house that met zoning requirements. And you're so used to being around things that it would shock you as, oh, by the way, this house over here is only this many square feet, has no bathrooms. You'd be like, what? So I understand that RVs might have all the things that a house has, but I suspect most of them would run into trouble with respect to the square footage and things of that nature.
Right. That makes me think of another one. If you get a piece of property and you're able to be on it, but the road up to your property is on an easement, what do you run into there? What happens if somebody doesn't want to let you use that road anymore?
You have to find out what the easement is and what it allows, because easements are very, very tricky business. If you have a piece of property that's landlocked, for instance, the only way you can get to it is crossing someone else's property, but you have an easement that says you can cross the property, then you can probably drive vehicles over it, you probably drive a trailer over it, but then the question becomes, are you dragging anything else over there or not? But you can usually find that stuff out in advance. Again, before you buy the property, figure this stuff out.
Okay, great. So now we're going to get to the juicy stuff. If you live full-time in an RV and, it's your house, you're going over state lines and stuff, what if you have a gun and what if you have some weed? What happens if you cross the state lines with stuff in your car?
And here's the thing, many people view their RV like it's their home. They go, this is my house, and they get in the mindset like, my home is my castle, it just happens to be on wheels, right? But you've got to remember that when you cross state lines, you're entering another state. You're in the jurisdiction of another state. And you might find that there's some state that's extremely tolerant of marijuana usage. And you might find there's a state right across the state line that is extremely intolerant, still thinks that reefer madness is a documentary. In which case, you need to know that before you cross state lines, because once you're over there, technically speaking, you could be breaking the law. And your argument can't be, well, I wasn't breaking the law in the other state. You're not in the other state anymore. Now you're in this state. And so that problem is going to occur with marijuana, drugs, but also guns. And I get asked this all the time, especially, many states, there's literally a patchwork, a quilt of 50 different sets of state laws regarding guns. Handguns, carry permits, long guns, everything. And most states have got so much regulation in place that the next state over is completely different. And they don't necessarily even recognize each other, so that if you have a permit to carry a particular kind of gun in one state, crossing the state line, you might be in violation of that law. Now, I know people who say, Steve, that's wrong. I'm not here to debate morality with you. I'm simply telling you the law. And I've heard of many occasions where someone gets stopped at the border or near the border, or they cross the border, and they're like, but I came from a state where this is legal. It's like, yeah, but you're not there anymore. That's the problem. So you need to do some research. The good news is with the internet, you can research this stuff really easily and find out what the laws are in which state. If you're in Michigan, you can pass over into Minnesota, Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio, and very quickly into Illinois. 5 or 6 states you can get to very quickly from Michigan. It might change how you want to travel to figure out which states are more friendly, whatever it is that you're doing.
Right. Let's say you're going over a state border crossing, which it happens to us a lot in RVs. Like you're going from California to Arizona, or New Mexico to Arizona, usually Arizona, and there's a border crossing, and they want to search inside the rig itself. Do you have to let them do that? Let's say a drug dog alerted. You probably do, but...
Here's the problem. The police, who often interact with those on the highways, whether it's in a car, on a motorcycle, or in an RV, will quite often ask you or try to cajole you into giving them permission. Would you mind if I looked in your RV? And as an attorney, I suggest to people you very, very politely decline that. And if they say, oh, why are you declining that? Just say, something, I talked to an attorney once, he told me I probably should. What can I tell you, And now, if they want to try to come up with some reason that they think they're entitled to search, they might search. And then the question becomes what they find, whether what they find can be used against you in court, and you may have to litigate that, which is not pretty. But the problem you have is, for instance, like let's suppose they pull you over and it's a canine unit, and you say, I don't want to let you search. Cop walks the dog around the truck, the RV, and he goes, hey, my dog alerted, my dog thinks there's something in your RV. Well, that'll probably get them in to do a search. And then, of course, when they find nothing in the RV, then the dog looks stupid, and I feel sorry for the dog. But, it's unfortunate because when they search something, they don't just walk through and look. They're often digging through stuff. It's very, very intrusive. But, my advice is to not consent and listen very carefully. Because if they ask you, would you mind if I looked? They're trying to get your permission. And they know that most people, out of politeness, will say, sure, go ahead, I've got nothing to hide. And then the next thing you know, they're in your medicine cabinet going, do you have a prescription for these? Your prescription, it's like, oh, so I'd prefer not to,
People who travel need to have the same legal documents as other people, maybe a will, a living will, power of attorney, something like.
Yeah. I've been through Arizona, and even here in Texas, as you leave Texas, we have a little border patrol station. They'll make you stop, and they'll kind of look at you and ask you where you're heading. Arizona's more intrusive, though. You go into the state of Arizona, they're looking for fruits or plants. If you have regular household plants, or just went to the store and bought you some oranges, bananas, or any kind of fruits, Arizona doesn't allow that into their state, which is crazy. I don't know how they import their oranges and grapefruits and bananas into the state. But I got them in the grocery store in Arizona. But for some reason, they don't want you bringing them in. I guess they're not getting taxes. But they'll take your plants, they'll take your fruit. So yeah, sometimes you can lie. So no, we don't have any of that shit. But it's up to them at the border. If they want to search, they'll find a way to do it. But yeah, if you're smoking dope and shit like that, some states let you, some states won't. If you're going to Colorado, they let you. Texas, we don't let you. It could get you in some deep shit for having weed or any kind of drugs. Texas is not a big drug state, so you gotta be careful out here. And that's the things, the difference between travel trailers and a motor home. I prefer a travel trailer than a mobile home. I love motor homes. I think they're pretty sweet, but they're real low to the ground. They're a pain in the butt. If you want to have a vehicle towed behind, you're already 30 feet long, and then you add a car to that, that's another maybe depends on the car. If you get a little car to put around or tow behind, it's not that bad. But even the little compact cars are another 6 feet, so you're 36 foot long rig, plus you're towing a car behind you. And trying to drive around the city with a tow vehicle hooked to your bumper, it'll get you old before your time. Then if you go to an RV park, you gotta hook up your water, your sewer. The good thing is, if you have a tow vehicle, you can take your vehicle off the little tow thing and tow trailer and use that to zip to the store and back. But I'm gonna say 80% of people just buy a motor home and just use that to go to the store and have to come back and have to hook all that crap in and all that. Where a travel trailer, you only get to do that one time at an RV park when you're staying there. You just hook up your water and your sewer and power, and you're good. And then you can use your tow vehicle to go to the city for shopping or dinner or a movie or whatever you want to do, or just to go to work. And the bad thing about a motorhome too is you might have alcohol, which is okay, unless you're going to Alaska or something. But still, you might be a drinker. and you might have your keys in your ignition in your motorhome, and you might not be at an RV park. You might have pulled off at a truck stop or a rest area or somewhere off the road somewhere, thinking this is a good place to take a nap because we're tired. And meanwhile, we'll sit back and have a couple of drinks, and you have your keys in ignition, and a state trooper pulls up to see who you are and what you're doing back here. And you've probably drank a little bit too much because it was the end of your day of driving and you want to relax, and figured, oh, I could drink a half a bottle of this good stuff. So all of a sudden the cop shows up, the state trooper shows up because you're out of city limits. You got a state trooper now you're dealing with. They could probably get you for a DUI even if you weren't driving. You're in a motor vehicle with your keys in your ignition, and just get you in some deep shit. So at least if you're in a travel trailer and you're sitting there inside your travel trailer and you had your cocktails and you're feeling pretty good, and a state trooper shows up, your keys are way out of the ignition, you ain't going nowhere unless the cop tells you got to, then you're probably fucked. But still, you're like, sorry officer, can we I'll move out first thing in the morning. I've been drinking a little bit and I don't want a DUI. Thank you very much. So yeah, kind of get you screwed. I would say I'd save your drinking until you got to your final destination, just to keep everybody safe. And like I said, with weed, yeah, I got you in deep shit. Deep shit if you go into the wrong state, like Texas. Texas will get you going. I don't think weed's gonna be legal in Texas for a while. But do we really want fucking weed? Look at all these fucking crazy Democrat states, and I know those bastards have to be on fucking weed or some kind of dope, burning down shit, protesting over criminals. What the fuck? They have to be on drugs. They look like it. Yeah, even DC's where they make the laws and shit for America, they legalize marijuana. You can see how the Democrats or the governments must be smoking a lot of fucking dope in DC, because they sure ain't gonna do shit to stop the crap until election's over. I don't know, let's see what else we're gonna talk about here.
Where should we keep those documents? Should we keep it with us? Or what's a safe place to store those things? And what do you think people should have?
You know, that's an interesting question, because the concern I have with putting stuff in your RV and taking it with you is, I understand that the RVs are relatively secure, but they're not as secure as like your home would be. And so I would suggest, I mean, there's certain documents you've got to carry on you. Your driver's license, the registration for the vehicle, proof of insurance probably is a good idea. But as far as like documents like your will and things of that nature, I would consider leaving them with someone you trust very, very much. Like, I don't know if you have an attorney, possibly. Attorneys often hold on to documents for people. You might want to get a safe deposit box, perhaps, and make sure you make payments on it. Or if you've got someone you trust, a relative, a parent, or a brother, or a sister, or somebody, you know, I've held things for, you know, relatives of mine, but they also don't have an attorney, so I hang on to the documents for people. I can keep them secure, and, you know, if anything ever happens to me, this is where the stuff is, you know. So, but that's something people should think about, because, you know, I know where all my important documents are, but you know, I have a house, you know, so I'd be a little concerned about putting them in the cabinet when the cabinet falls off the wall and you got to take it back for warranty work.
Yeah, personal documents like wills and birth certificates and stuff. And your full-time RVer, yeah. birth certificates you should probably take with you. I've run into, just last month, I tried to renew my driver's license in Texas, and now they require you to show your birth certificate. And you're like, oh crap. I got so much shit in my RV, it's buried. So I had to go send in for another birth certificate copy and wait a couple days to get that in. And so now I got it. So now we'll find I'll go buy a strong box or something and keep that in a fireproof strong box. That would probably be recommended for any kind of personal papers like a passport or birth certificates and things like that, high school diploma if you ever need that, or college degrees, certificates and things. And you're a full-time RVer, you might consider buying one of those fireproof strong boxes that you could get at Walmart for probably $40 or $50 depending on the size, and kind of stash that somewhere deep into your RV somewhere, and then you'll be able to pull it out when you need it. So, but hopefully you won't be a full-time RVer forever, because full-time RVing is not for everybody. I don't recommend it for people that have kids. If you have 4 or 5 kids and you think the economy tanked and you want to buy an RV and live in that, you're gonna be fucking crowded, disappointed, and probably real pissed off. Full-time RVing, even at an RV park, it's not all great. You do have a lot of things you got to know about your travel trailer. You have electrical issues. You got 12-volt power for the lighting and for your refrigerator, runs on 12 volt. And then you got your shore power, your 30 amp or 50 amp service depending on what you have. Travel trailers usually are 30 amp. Motorhomes, fifth wheels, those are usually 50 amp services. So you got to know how much electricity or how many items can you have plugged in going at the same time for a 30 amp service or a 50 amp service. I'm telling you, it's not a lot. I normally, with my 30 amp service, I can't run my microwave for too long with my AC going. Some breaker's gonna pop. It's not gonna be end of the world. You just go and reset your breaker, but still, you're like, what a pain in the ass. It's not like Home Sweet Home where you could have 500 appliances plugged in and not really worried about it, but all of a sudden you might pop a breaker with a hairdryer. With a hairdryer in a travel trailer, you're gonna pop a breaker. It's not gonna handle those kind of amps that you're putting in to get your hair nice and dry. So could be a pain in the ass. It's more pain in the assy for a woman, I think, due to the lighting in a rig to do makeup and shit like that, doing your hair. It could be a real pain in the ass if you're a foo-foo girl. If you're kind of like a butch girl, tomboy girl, you'll love it. But a foo-foo girl, you're gonna be going, oh my god, this is horrible. I need my Park Avenue condo. But yeah. Okay, let's go back to see what else we're talking about here.
Right? And some people have little safes and stuff. There could be a fire, there could be an accident. You never know. Okay, well, good advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is going to be super helpful for my people. Again, everybody, check out Steve Lato here on YouTube and on the internet. He's got some great books too. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Anytime, thanks.
All right, everybody, have happy travels and be free.
Alright, well that wasn't too bad.
My grandkids love.
I turn off that video there. Well, yeah, they hit some good spots, soft spots of full-time RVing or traveling in an RV. Yeah, if you're going to go state to state, you'll have different laws in different states. Walmart used to be a great place to stay overnight. Plus you had a Walmart to go in and buy food to stock up your rig and stuff. But too many people bought RVs and thought Walmart was going to be our new neighborhood. We'll just live in the Walmart parking lot and throw our trash out and make it just a fucking zoo. And Walmart finally said, fuck this shit, you guys need to leave. Which I don't blame them. You know, you're taking up my parking spots, you're making my parking lot look like a fucking landfill, and you look like a bunch of losers. You need to, you know, Walmart was a good place to stop for the night because you've been tired. Your destination is another 4 or 5 hours away, but you need to fucking sleep. And that's true. If you're on the road full-time RVing or even weekend warrior in a travel trailer or a motor home, it's awesome. The adventure starts when you first get in your rig to go somewhere, because the road is hell. You don't know what the hell is going to happen in between your house when you started to where you wanted to go to. Are you going to make it? That will be the question of the day when you jump in your rig. Are we gonna make it with no fucking disasters in between? No blowouts, no car malfunctions, no wrecks? If we do, we're gonna be awesome. We'll have a good place to stay. We'll have a nice bed, we'll have a microwave, we'll have a shower, we'll have a nice indoor commode, nice beds, nice place to eat without bugs hitting us, and hopefully your destination vacation spot has awesome things to do while you go outside and go explore new things, go fishing, hiking, seeing new things and meeting new people. RV parks are usually pretty fun. I've been lucky where I'm at. We have a high police presence, which I don't mind. I like seeing the cops patrolling the road in and out of the lake area. Most places, if you've been watching my videos, you see I have a 3-wheeled bicycle. Most RV parks, you leave your 3-wheel bicycle or any kind of bicycle out in the open. They usually get taken pretty quick. If you did that in Vegas, your bike would be gone faster and you could say holy shit. Same with Phoenix. Those people love the steel bikes on Phoenix. So yeah, I'm pretty fortunate. This RV park is pretty safe on theft. Most RV parks are marginal. This RV park has surveillance cameras. They see who comes in, who comes out. I have surveillance cameras on my rig, so I have my own record of who's been in my spot or around my spot. So that helps me out a little bit too, which is neat because it sends me videos by email if motion has occurred outside my rig. So if something disappears, I got pictures of the little douchebag. But still, when you pull into an RV park, it's good questions to ask about security. Do you have security? Do you have your own security cameras that monitor the park, or do the police patrol the property, or do you have your own security? When does your security officers patrol the property? Because it's an RV park. I've been real fortunate. I don't get too many douchebags that come pull in. If they are douchebags, they usually stay for overnight because they're tired or trying to go somewhere. But most of the time, it's been pretty good people. For the last 6 months, I couldn't tell you who my neighbors were. I ain't going outside socializing with anybody. I'll go outside, do my YouTube videos, hanging out with my chickens and talking about stuff, but for the norm, I don't socialize. I don't want to catch this Chinese shit until there's a cure. After there's a cure, we'll be back to normal. But why fucking die on some fucking Chinese bullshit virus that they sent to us to kill us? Not because we're friends. It's because they like to come over here and take over place here. Not like they're not doing that in the South China Sea right now, or threatening the Philippines or Australia or India. So now these little Chinese fuckers, if we're not, that's my big thing right now. I hate waiting to catch this fucking virus. I'd rather be going to shoot some motherfucking commie Chinese bastards that sent the virus to us and didn't give a fuck about it. They bought up all of our good medical equipment for China. And when we started to bitch and complain, they sent a bunch of defective medical equipment back, saying, "Oh, here you go. Fuck you in the ass, you stupid Americans." Or you stupid fucking world. We're gonna kill you. And everybody, oh, Chinese people didn't do anything with this. It's the Chinese government. I know. Well, the fucking Chinese government gave it to the Chinese people too, so they got the virus. But did they go kick these little fucking commie government people that let this shit happen to them out of office? Fuck no. There it is, being good little fucking commies, getting locked up in their shit. And hopefully they'll be able to live through the crap. Like I said, if this would have been Americans' virus and the American government gave it to the American people, the little fuckers in the White House would be out of office pretty fucking quick. Same with Congress. Every goddamn government official would be out of office. We'll be getting some new people in pretty fucking quick. But they're happy to be commies, and I don't give a fuck. If you want to be commies, be commies. Just stay in your commie state. We don't need you to fucking come over here and push your shit over here. That's kind of like being a Jehovah's Witness trying to push your shit on me. If I want to be a Jehovah's Witness, I'll be a Jehovah's Witness. If I want to be a fucking Catholic, I'll be a Catholic. If I want to be a Jew, I'll be a fucking Jew. If I want to be a fucking Mormon, I'll be a fucking Mormon. But that's all fucking religion too. They're about as bad as the fucking commies. They all want to save you, but the commies want to kill you. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching, everybody. But yeah, that was some good tips on full-time RVing if you're going to be doing some traveling. if you're gonna be a full-time RVer, like I said, for I'm just married couple, the husband and wife, you'll probably enjoy it. Until you get a new job or something, get back on your feet, you can deal with it for a couple of years. Or if you're fortunate enough you have a great job and you're able to get you a travel trailer, don't recommend you selling your house to sell some money to live in your travel trailer for fucking whenever you get tired of it and then you sold all your shit. I do recommend you getting out of your house and taking your travel trailer to an RV park or to a lake or somewhere where a travel trailer would go safely. RV parks are awesome. Like I said, this RV park I'm at here at the lake is not a full-blown whistle RV park that has all the amenities that some RV parks have. A lot of RV parks have swimming pools, hot tubs, bath houses, maybe a rec room or a weight room, a little lounge or something. This RV park is bare as bone, nothing. Pretty much power, sewer hookup. They have 2 washers, 2 dryers for a laundromat for a 100-spot RV park. So the laundry gets a little bit compacted, but we're only about 10 minutes from San Angelo, and they have laundromats in San Angelo that have a lot more machines, and you can do all your laundry there and get it out of your way quicker. So other than that, the only reason I really like to stay here is it's quiet at night. You can sleep if you have a job. You can work during the day. Your shit's not going to disappear. Can't guarantee your shit's not going to disappear, but I'm telling you, I haven't had anything disappear that I didn't want disappearing. Most of the time, if I have something and somebody asks me if they, can I have it, I'll probably give it to them if I don't need it. And that happens once in a while. I might have something I really don't want, and somebody else might want it or will use it. The thing that they're usually asking about is something I'm not using. They've been seeing it, saying, hey, I'll be willing to give you a little bit for it if you'd like, or, and half the time I'll say, yeah, if you're going to use it, have it. I'd rather see it being used than throwing it away. So that's how I work. But it doesn't happen a lot. Most of the time I'll buy stuff and I'll usually keep it until it's either broken or something. I can't use it anymore. But other than that, alright. Again, thanks for watching. But yeah, this little video did bring up some good little legal things you might want to consider while you're traveling down the road. Guns is a big one. Texas is legal to carry your firearm, but you can't have it hidden, especially if you have it in your truck. It has to be out in the open. Can't be thrown in your glove box or underneath the seat or anything like that. You gotta be able to let the cop know if he pulls you over. Do you have any weapons in your car? Say yes, sir, it's right there on the seat. You can't have your gun loaded, but you could have it on your seat. So yeah, don't carry a loaded gun in your car. That could get you in trouble in Texas. Alright, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Oops, hit the wrong button there. We might have our screen pop up here. Alright, bye-bye. Come on, you can stop now. My computer's so whacked out. Ta-da. Frozen out computer. Come on, you can do it. Quit messing with me, computer.